Okay.
Flippy update.
Do you want fries with that?
All right, folks, it's time for the Flippy update. Flippy is our colloquial name for the disembodied robot arms that are taking our jobs, enslaving our children, and flirting with our spouses. We use talking about Flippy as a way to explore all the new, fun, and exciting ways that robots are taking over the world, and now there's nothing we can do about it. Today is sort of a Flippy adjacent update, and it is a true update. We've talked about this particular thing before, but as is the way of the world, Gons, people take about a year or two. The mainstream media especially, takes about 2 years to catch up to what we were talking about 2 years ago. This is coming from skynews.com or news.sky.com. Sky News, Australian outlet, I think. Yeah. And the headline is Virtual Robot Rapper FN Mecca dropped by record label over racial stereotyping criticism. FN Mecca, described on social media accounts as a robot rapper not accepted by this world, currently has more than 10 million followers on TikTok and more than 570,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. No way. I have not actually listened to the music. Its Instagram account, which has 220,000 followers, is currently set as private. Now, I'm not going to just read, I don't know, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but those listeners who have been following the show for a while, you remember this guy, FN Mecca. He is the artificially intelligent fake rapper. Yeah. Fake, not just fake rapper like social he's a human media who fakes rapping. Yeah, it is an artificially intelligent. The look, the body of this rapper is designed by computer people, and it's CGI. In this. Yeah, CGI. Do you remember the name for this industry?
No, I don't.
It's the whole industry. It's been a while since we've covered it. But it's an industry where they figured out like, oh, celebrities don't actually need to like be even human at this point. Like we reached the point in the sort of 2010s where celebrities didn't even need a reason to be celebrities. They could just be a celebrity. Like their brand is just, I am Kim Kardashian and I am a celebrity. Right. and then it just sort of becomes true. There didn't need to be any talent or achievement or anything. Well, they took it one step further a few years back and they're like, yeah, celebrities don't even need to be humans or sentient at all. And so there was a number of these sort of virtual celebrities that kind of caught on for a little while. And this one, the FN Mecca, is this just ludicrous sort of SoundCloud rapper style robot man, which I, at the time, was incredibly uncomfortable with, not only because of the idea that, society has been degraded to such a level where we don't even need humans to worship anymore. I mean, we can literally worship a CGI character created by a company. But I was very uncomfortable with the sort of racial aspect of this guy. Really, really leaning in to the SoundCloud rapper milieu, crazy, colorful hair, face tattoos,
robot hand, glowy
sort of
eyes.
Yeah, right. Sort of grotesque aesthetics that are kind of spooky, but like that's what's supposed to be cool about it. This kind of thing. But he is as a fake robot human celebrity, he is a person of color, shall we say. And here's a little bit more from the article. Just days after announcing it had signed the computer-generated FN Mecca, Capitol Music Group announced it had severed ties with the project and apologized to the Black community for its insensitivity and lack of research.
Why is Capitol Music doing less research than Canary Cry NewsTalk?
I know! It's like a multi-million-dollar record label.
What are they doing over there? They probably get paid well, too, these recruits and all those people trying to find the next gem. Come on, this is ridiculous.
They did less research than we do on this podcast. Multi-million-dollar record label. It comes after activist group Industry Blackout shared an open letter to the label describing the augmented reality rapper. Oh, they're calling him augmented reality now. As an amalgamation of gross stereotypes and a careless abomination.
I'm not going to disagree there.
I love that characterization. A careless abomination. Posting the letter on social media, the group highlighted the use of the N-word and depictions of the rapper being beaten by a police officer. In a statement sent to Sky News, a spokesperson for Capitol said, quote, CMG has severed ties with FN Mecca Project effective immediately. Quote, we suffer our deepest... We offer. Probably suffer too. Yeah. We offer our deepest apologies to the Black community for our insensitivity in signing this project without asking enough questions about equity and the creative process behind it. Quote, well, so the creative process behind it is the fact that it's not Black people making this Black CGI rapper. Mm-hmm. It's like a bunch of white guys, and I think it might be an Asian company. I think it's a Singapore company, if I remember correctly. Anyways, quote, we thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple days. Your input was invaluable as we came to the decision to end our association with the project. So there you go. Not even our augmented reality CGI celebrities are excluded from the activist targeting system, which in this case, I think we can all kind of agree with. Finally, somebody is putting these augmented reality celebrities back in their place.
I'm a little more disturbed at the fact that the Capitol Music Group would even consider this. And is this a new avenue for them as one of the, big mainstream sort of music kingmakers, so to speak? I don't know how much they have power anymore. As it's different now with the internet and all that.
Yeah, but, right.
The fact that they would even go for it, this just opens the door of like, well, FM Mecca didn't work out, but Virtual David and his harp music collection, or something more conservatively appealing might be a thing. Well,
and just so everybody kind of, if you need a review, the whole conceit behind this type of celebrity, and FN Mecca was sort of a high watermark at the time in this regard a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Is that the music is created with artificial intelligence.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. Everything. The whole idea was that an artificially intelligent computer created the entire brand. Now, we've come to learn nowadays that like a lot of times companies can claim that, and it's not always the case to the degree that they want us to think. And it brings up this question, and this is the real question, Cons. We can all delight over the fall from grace that this careless abomination has experienced. But the very fact, like you say, the very fact that an artificially intelligent creation was getting signed to one of the biggest music labels
before just the plethora of talented artists and musicians that are out there, before
the innumerable amount of hardworking creative people who are trying to make it in the music industry, is exactly what we have been talking about when it comes to, robots, artificial intelligence, even the economics of such a thing, make it it's similar to replacing a factory worker with a robotic arm. It's cheaper, it's faster. You don't have to deal with lawsuits if the thing, doesn't get sick, it doesn't get hurt. Throw a hologram up on stage, you got a live performance, and all of these things are things we've seen. And it's the economics of the thing that really drives the transformation of society in that regard. And, it may sound obvious, But remember, you got to think about economics as a principality, as a spiritual concept. You have the spiritual principality of economics driving the I don't even know the correct word. The ignoring, the casting aside true human creativity or whatever.
It's driving the culture building. Because, if you look at this guy, he's very much pushing the boundaries of the SoundCloud rapper with the face tattoos and the glowy eyes and stuff like
Here's
that.
Here's a cyborg. That was the thing, too. Just, the social engineering of our rapper as part robot, etc.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, there you go. Again, it also has a touch of the sort of racial bias of AI, which has been a big problem for Silicon Valley ever since the beginning.
That's what got him. Yeah, it's not the complete disregard for human talent. It's this bad algo, bad line in the equations that caused
this computer. This computer created a careless abomination that put the N-word in music, and which of course is not a cool thing to do if you are not explicitly a human being, first of all, but also one in the Black community.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's your Flippy update for the day.